universe projecting is Liz Crosby here. Here with a download for alchemists, universal lovers, yogis interested in opening up and expanding their consciousness, feeling into oneness with all that is. I'm here with a download on Kundalini. So there's a lot of worry or concern about Trump becoming president, and I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about whatsoever because of something called Kundalini. So before we get into Kundalini, I'd just like to make sure that we're all on the same page. Oneness, right? The body and the mind are inseparable. As you think thought forms, your body reacts to those thought forms. And so the body carries around, we carry around it with us essentially with our physical body in space, all of the thought forms that we've ever thought. And so it provides a beautiful interface pattern once you learn how to read the matrix, right? That allows us to then slow the turnings of the mind, to slow down the mind a little bit. They're beginning to say that the universe actually resembles a mind, a thought form. So if we can slow down the thought forms, we can invoke peace on our planet. So coming back to science again, so that we have a common ground of empirical observable data that we can refer to. The heart space, heart chakra is associated with energetic body, right? The heart space gives off an electromagnetic pulse, which forms what's called a toroidal flow in science. This is a looping pattern, a Mobius strip. This is again science reaffirming our law of oneness. The toroidal flow is shaped like a donut. So a donut with the hole missing. The hole missing is the Sushumna channel in the energetic body, the central axis in space. Again, where the donut hole is missing. That's your central channel. That's what we're working to open up as yogis. That's why we're constantly meditating on the cosmic vibratory sound of Om. Om is the sound that the universe makes. So, coming back to science again, there's this idea of the microcosm and the macrocosm, right? So, as we do this work, as we open up space in our field, more energy flows through us, which affects the macrocosm. We're all sharing this shared reality together in 3D. So as we do this work, the vibrational frequency of the whole planetary grid then rises. And then again, you see, you again, coming back to science, see these different flowing movements in nature as well. The way that the subatomic particles move around themselves, the electrons moving around the nucleus could be equated to Shiva, immovable energy, being danced around by Shakti, divine feminine energy. And again, the solar system, the way that the planetary bodies revolve around the sun in all solar systems. I'm saying that the body is actually the missing link. And so when we all start to learn how to reactivate our inner technology, moving energy through the donut hole, through the Sushumna channel, we're going to experience a shift, a paradigm shift. We'll move directly from Kali Yuga, age of distortion, into Satya Yuga, the age of enlightenment. And it is all just physics, right? It's physics. Holding the body in spaces, holding sacred geometric form, right? Sacred geometry is when the light bounces around in a sphere, it creates different geometric forms. Making these shapes, honoring our temples, of course, aligning the spine, we'll be able to run Kundalini energy through the spinal column again, which will bring about world peace, among many things. Pretty exciting stuff. But to delve a little bit deeper into Kundalini now. Kundalini is like lightning, they say. It's like liquid fire. So obviously you want to prepare your spine nice and gently for such a massive conduction of energy. This is why it's not a good idea to prematurely fire your Kundalini energy. You want to prepare the spine so that it can handle Kundalini energy first before flowing it through you. You are the universe. Your body is a microcosmic map of the universe, so you only give yourself what you can handle. And as you practice opening up space in your microcosm, you'll allow for more energy to flow straight through you. I wanted to clarify something. Tantric yogis oftentimes get pigeonholed for being obsessed with the orgasm. The orgasm is just the beginning. The orgasm is like the calling card. You want to actually expand the orgasm. This is why I actually like to use the metaphor of a barreling tube ride. So a barreling tube ride, you have liquid fire energy spiraling up your spine. Again, you're opening up space to receive that energy, but you're also creating strength to then harness the energy. Balancing the polarities. And so an added bonus is that you start to feel orgasms up and down your spine in each and every one of your chakras. And the chakras, again, are also sartorial flows, and they find their origin in your spinal column. That's why they're called cerebral spinal centers that you're reactivating. Once you can move the Kundalini energy all the way up the spine, and it takes time, it takes work, it takes practicing for a long time without breaking in all earnestness, then you can move the Kundalini energy all the way up through crown, and it cycles back through your auric field, back up through root chakra again. So then you're, for lack of a better word, orgasming with literally all that is. If you can imagine that. Again, whenever we try to put Kundalini into words, it always seems to fall short for this very reason. But therein is a huge motivating factor to start practicing. But I wanted to also clarify that there are so many yogis now practicing yoga and opening up their spines, whether they still associate Kundalini with the Yogi Bhajan classes. Again, that it is a form of yoga, but specifically Kundalini is all of the energy of the universe. Again, they may not even be practicing Kundalini classes, just holding sacred geometry, sacred geometric forms in your physical body and space, opening up the spine, creating strength and flexibility. That runs more Kundalini energy through the microcosm, thereby revving up the vibrational frequency of the whole macrocosm. So whether or not you're actively participating or not, you are being affected. So again, what I'm trying to say is this is going to be either a very, very blissful experience for those of you that are practicing, actively participating with your evolution of being, and it's going to be a rather bumpy ride for those of you that aren't. So that's why I'm putting this video out here, so that you're aware of that, so that you can actively start participating should you so choose to connect back to oneness. The most difficult part is probably acknowledging that you've created all of it. So everything in your life, nothing is coincidental. Again, law of karma, everything happens for a reason. As much as I used to despise that phrase, it is proven by physics to be correct. And metaphysics. Again, the physical is the metaphysical. The body and the mind are one. They are inseparable. And as we all start moving this energy, we're going to witness some really profound things happening. Eventually, we won't even need the internet to interact with each other anymore, because we will have, each of us, such a profound connection to unity consciousness. And of course, there are something called cities, which are superhuman powers, and those will start to reactivate as well as we all start to activate our inner technology. And so often when we start to think about how we can bring about world peace, we think about all of the problems that exist and how to address them using the resources that we have outside of the self. We keep neglecting the human resource. And so as we start to come back inwards, gazing inwards, we're going to witness a whole renaissance of being. I do believe that the world population problem and starvation and malnutrition will be a thing of the past, honestly. And again, I don't want to get too into it with the cities because I saved that for the next YouTube video. But you can imagine with a completely different civilization, a completely different way, new way of coexisting with the planet. But she is waking up. Mother Earth is waking up. The Sushumna channel is opening in a large number of yogis around the planet right now. So become a part of it. Join in on this amazingness. I am you, reminding you to love yourself alchemically with physics. It's just physics. Loving all of you, wherever you are, whoever you are, in awareness that I am you. It is already done. We're witnessing, reliving the memory of coming back into highest vibrational frequency. The highest light within me truly sees and honors the highest light in you. Namaste, Sat Nam, Om Tat Sat.